Hi guys, and welcome back to my I'm so obsessed with Instagram. I can't even do it. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mr. Jones. If this is your first time watching my video, I have two disclaimers. Number one, do not look at my hair. Just save yourself. Don't do it, okay? Number two, this video is not to offend anyone. This is my personal views. This is what happened to me whilst I was fat. Let's get into it. Being the fat friend. I struggled being the fat friend, even though I was pretty much the fat friend right through school, through uni. I was just always bigger than all of my other friends. Being the biggest one in your group of female friends especially, I'm not sure how it is for guys, but when you're a naturally confident person, when you go out, you become invisible. It's not a situation where I wanted like attention on me, but it would have been nice to not be invisible. We'd go out, cinema, party, barbecue, whatever social gathering we've gone to, my friends would always have at least one person come and speak to them. And sometimes I can go the entire night and no one has even looked at me, and even if they have spoken to me, it is to find out something eventually about my friend. I don't feel like people realize how insecure they make fat people feel. I even hate the word fat. When you hear the word fat, you already assume something's wrong with this person. You think they're lazy or something. That is how fat people are just perceived, and I think that that's grossly unfair. Being the fat friend was most especially difficult because it didn't allow me to bond so much with other females. Once I found my group of friends, that was it, because I kind of just felt like people were constantly judging. It doesn't matter what I was doing, it doesn't matter what I was wearing, I just always had this thing in my head that, oh god, this person just thinks I'm so fat and they don't want to be my friend, so I'm not even going to bother with you. Build this wall up, wear my hoodie so nobody notices me, and just get on with my day. That has affected me till now, because even though I'm a lot smaller than what I was, I still feel quite, like if I had to walk in between two cars, before I physically had to turn to the side to be able to fit in between two cars. I still find myself doing that even though I have so much space to walk through like normally. I think it's a mental thing that we tell ourselves all of the time, constantly. So then that's when the comfort eating starts and it just becomes a never-ending cycle. I didn't want to see anyone because, in all honesty, I was ashamed of myself. I was just ashamed of how big I had allowed myself to get. My thought process was always, what is the point of me going to this place and feeling really crappy about myself by the time I get home when I could stay at home and eat a pizza? Pizza's life. Don't argue with me. I never socialized properly, and I feel like that even has now affected my social skills today. I don't feel like I can just go anywhere and be myself. I still feel like I need this persona or this personality, call it bussy, put on this character, and we feel like once this character is out there, no one's going to really notice everything that's going on, so it's almost just a distraction from how big you are. You become this loud, obnoxious, really funny, you know, doesn't take anything too seriously person, even though you're kind of dying inside. Then there's the group of people who constantly tell you, you're so pretty but do losing a few pounds, or oh gosh, why are you even wearing that? Like, do you not know your size? Maybe you should try and wear something else. You can't have confidence in yourself when other people are constantly telling you the reasons why you should basically hate yourself. In order for you to stop, you actually need to believe that you are awesome. I used to tell myself, I still tell myself like all the time, like, you're awesome. If somebody does not like me, that is their loss. And as long as I know that my conscience is clear. If you decide to stop being my friend, if you decide to, you know, take the piss out of me on the road, even though you don't know who I am, I literally just look at you and say, you need Jesus because I'm awesome. That was the moment that I can say that I stuck on my diet for the first time and didn't break it. I just noticed that every time that I went on a diet, it was always because of the feeling that someone else had instilled in me. I can go out and someone would look at me funny, or they'll talk to only my friends, and I'd literally just be there pouring out buckets of unsexy sweat, and people are just like, oh. So you need to actually evaluate your feelings, not hide away from them. We tend to just eat and eat and eat. You need to evaluate how your physical fatness makes you feel. I didn't like the fact that I would walk into a store and the biggest size in the store didn't fit me. It made me feel horrible. I felt a deep-rooted sadness that I couldn't really explain to anyone else who wasn't my size, and all of my friends were not my size. I was just this humongous person who couldn't express how being humongous made me feel, so I just turned back to food. You need to cut that cycle, and you know, when you're feeling a bit down, you reach for chocolate bar, Coke, or whatever comfort food you eat. If I personally would say, to hell with everyone else. Even like my mum used to tell me, like, you are such an honorable, like you need to kind of lose. Love you, rest in peace, you know, you rock. But she was very, very brutally honest with me when it came to my weight, and I used to go to my room and cry and be like, "Is ever gonna marry me because my mom just thinks I'm so fat." Use that to motivate you, but don't let it be the reason why you are losing weight. You need to lose weight for yourself. This needs to be a, wow, I don't like where I am right now. I'm not comfortable with where I am right now. I need to do something about it. You need to take charge of your life. I know that it might sound a bit dramatic. Losing this amount of weight has made me so confident in not just my looks, but in everything that I do. Because now I'm like, I can actually achieve something if I put my mind to it. I don't need to constantly like hide myself away. I have the confidence to do anything. And I feel like it's such a shame that society makes fat people feel like they can't or they shouldn't be doing certain things because of their size. I mean, if you are a big person and you are comfortable with being big, I am not telling you to go and lose weight. That is not what I'm saying. If you are, however, a big person and you are uncomfortable with how you feel or how you look, forget everything else and focus on that feeling of yourself feeling uncomfortable and big and unsexy or whatever you felt. I felt gross. I felt like, what are you doing to yourself? You need to stop this. But I also had to accept that I was at that stage. I accepted it, and then I said, you know what, Pasa, you are awesome. You don't even need all of these people to tell you that you are awesome, because you are awesome. When you wake up in the morning and you think that you are awesome, you are not going to want to put nonsense in your body. I thought, actually, I'm so awesome. My body deserves the right kind of confidence. Being a fat friend is not the end of the world. However, you stay in there and letting that become your identity and saying that, yeah, everyone just thinks that I'm the big one, so I'm just going to stay and be really unhappy. It's such a shame that you won't get to experience life the way you want to experience it, because life is actually pretty amazing. I thought life was crap when I was 118 kilos. To be honest, life at 118 kilos is so different to life at 69 kilos. 69.8, but that is not the point. Okay, I'm trying. I actually get freebies now. This is what I've noticed. People are a lot nicer to people who are smaller even, and I'm like, this is so strange. As well, that was big. If I needed to just add 10p, you must add your 10p. I'm not going anywhere today, woman. You'd be cheating yourself if you don't get rid of this mental block that you're not going to be liked or you're not going to be accepted because you're fat. So you need to go out there and say, you know what, actually, forget you. I'm going to do this for myself. I'm going to stick to my diet because this is what I want for my life. This is what I want to do. Me personally, I felt uncomfortable, so I did something about it, and so should you if you do feel uncomfortable. It's very noisy today. Right, guys, I noticed quite a lot of people wanted me to add my food plan for the beginning parts of my diet. My food plan was very extreme. I ate the same thing day in, day out for good 4 or 5 months, so I can't even create a food plan. It's not a food plan, it was just what I ate. This is a very extreme diet or plan. I don't advise anyone really to do it this way because first of all, I don't want anyone to come to me and say that nearly killed me or whatever. So I'm putting this disclaimer out right now. If you do want to follow this plan, that is fine. However, be careful, consult a doctor maybe. I don't even know. It did make me drop weight very quickly though, so yeah, I hope that helps. Thank you for watching my video. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends to share and subscribe and like and all of that. Comment. Guys, stop being shy. Let's talk. Thank you and take care.